The Intel Wi-Fi 6 AX201 160 MHz adapter is experiencing driver or hardware-related problems. That's what Windows Networking Diagnostics tells you when your Wi-Fi suddenly stops working. This usually happens on a laptop, and sometimes you may get away with just resetting your connection with a special button in Windows settings, and that may fix your connection for a little while, but it will still break eventually. One of the problems why this happens is that this Intel Wi-Fi controller, AX201, is one of the worst Wi-Fi chipsets ever made. Intel has released it over a year ago and still cannot provide a decent driver that will work without crashes, and I will show you how to fix this on an ASUS laptop, but the solution should work for most other brands as well. But first, we will go through solutions that you may stumble upon online while trying to search for help. They are mostly related to drivers, but one of the more specific solutions is to disable fast startup in the window power plant setting, which is called What Power Buttons Do. You should tick on the shield icon to activate the grayed out controls and untick the fast startup setting. Save everything and reboot. In the modern world of SSDs, you don't really need to use this fast startup setting as it only works during boot. It shows almost no speed benefit when booting your PC. However, it causes a lot of problems with a lot of programs. So if you have that enabled, disable that and never use this feature. The other most common solution you may find online is to install a new driver or roll back your driver or install a specific driver. In this particular case, there was an Intel driver. First, I tried to update that. It didn't help. The Wi-Fi was breaking anyway. By the way, if you don't have network access, and you cannot download anything since your Wi-Fi is not working, you probably can plug in your laptop to a router via Ethernet, that is, use wired connection. You can also tether internet from your phone via USB, or you can just download everything on a flash drive somewhere else, or directly to your phone and connect that to the USB to copy the files over. Anyway, I tried rolling back the driver to a previous one, which didn't fly, since the installer doesn't allow you to roll back the driver if you have a more fresh one. I tried switching back to Microsoft driver instead of Intel driver. I tried installing the files manually, but it still didn't allow me to install the previous version, even though I have deleted the Intel application from the Delete Programs Windows menu. So I had to resort to something that I hate, and that is using third-party apps to uninstall this program. I had to look into the log file that the installer produces to see the name of the program, which was just random letters and numbers, find it in the uninstall tool, reboot the PC, and only after that it allowed me to install the older driver. However, that didn't help at all, since the problem is obviously not with the driver. Since when Wi-Fi works, it works. It just stops working for some reason. And that reason is, since this is a laptop, probably your Wi-Fi card, in this case Intel, but it may be any card from any manufacturer and any chipset brand, is loose in its socket. And when you carry your laptop around, it just unplugs itself, even for a tiny bit, but that is enough for the card to stop working. So unfortunately, we will have to go inside the laptop to fix the problem. In most cases, this will not void your warranty, however, it is not always the case, so mind that. If you are still under warranty, you may void that by going into your laptop. Anyway, to get access to the card, and most laptops have a separate Wi-Fi card. There are a few examples that have it on board, like soldered or inside the sock, but those laptops are not very common, and in case of those laptops, you usually don't have any problems with Wi-Fi. Anyway, we have to go inside the laptop. It is relatively easy to do on most laptops from Asus, HP. It may be a little bit more complicated but still possible on Lenovo and Dell, and it may be next to impossible on contraptions like Microsoft Surface. Surfaces have almost zero repairability since you cannot disassemble them safely without breaking or bending the case, so you should better avoid Microsoft laptops altogether at all costs. Anyway, in most cases, especially for popular models, you can find detailed video or photo instructions online how to get inside your laptop. In this case, it's an Asus laptop. The back cover is held by screws. I had to remove them. When you do that, mind that some screws may be longer than others, so you have to mark which screw goes where. Once you open the back cover, it is a good idea to unplug the battery. This particular laptop has an inbuilt battery, so you cannot remove that from the outside, and you should better unplug it just in case. After doing that, we have to find the Wi-Fi card. In this particular case, it is covered by this thin black plastic film, and the Wi-Fi card shares the space with the SSD drive. It is actually under the drive. So first we have to remove the SSD drive. M2s are really easy to remove. They're usually held in by one single screw. And the same goes for the Wi-Fi card. You may want to disconnect two antennas. Please mind which one goes where, and then unscrew the single bolt that holds it in place and pop it up to remove it. You may also want to clean the contacts with something like contact cleaner if you have one, or with something simple like isopropyl alcohol if you have one. After you clean the contacts, wait for a little bit for the cleaner to evaporate, insert the card back in, screw in the screw, connect the antennas back, place the SSD back, screw it in, place the plastic film back, place the cover back, screw everything in, and from now on, the Wi-Fi should be working just fine. On this particular laptop, I used to have Wi-Fi problems every single day, sometimes several times a day, since I carry it around a lot. And I did this trick with basically unplugging and plugging back the Wi-Fi card over 3 months ago, and I had zero issues with Wi-Fi since then. If they start to appear again, that is probably because of the card dislocating itself, since I carry my laptop a lot in my backpack, and probably that causes some issue with vibration or whatever, which makes the physical connection of the Wi-Fi card to the motherboard unstable. But anyway, if it starts to do the same thing, I will just open it again, unplug, replug, and secure the Wi-Fi card again, and that should fix the issue for a long time.
I am the god of YouTube.
Like, subscribe, thanks, jingle bells.